This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Washington football team and the Detroit Lions. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
They'll find Swift down in the backfield.
And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his effort.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
And now with the time of the play clock almost up, Ron Rivera's going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at their 36-yard line. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It can be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8.
And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's complete downfield, out left to his running back. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 49 yards.
And Washington has taken a first quarter lead. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man, Ty Johnson. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. The gun. They'll look to throw. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And he took the contact as he... Throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. Steven Sims set to return it for Washington. Taken at the 37. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
Yeah, they're right down here looking for 6. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 8.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Taken down.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd down, Swift. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Now a carry for Swift. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And in heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this 1st quarter. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
Complete.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11.
At the Lions 47-yard line.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. It's going to be caught. It's Rico Gafford. And he's going to come up a few yards short at first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll look to throw again. They get this out quickly to the left side. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 3-yard touchdown run. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Well, that turned out how they wanted. Run the toss play to the left side, go for that pylon, get in there.
And just being able to understand where the pylon was and sneak it in there, well done, well executed.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 14-0.
Lions, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This one caught by Davis. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. A battle for it here, and this will be caught.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line.
39. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Took nearly the entire 1st half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have got it back to a one-score game. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yes, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
4-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Second and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. He's going to try and go deep again. That's going to be caught. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They get this out left. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin as the first half is winding down. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes this Washington 21, Lions 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation,
rush coming and he's taken down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll throw now on the final play. They'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And Sim says, let's bring it out to the 25. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff...
This is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of the night. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
And at the 40-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
And that is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Number 1.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Rico Gafford, the intended target.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Slings Throws this deep for McLaurin. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Washington.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Julian Okwara there to bring him down.
It's a pickup of 3.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
At the 26.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. He finds McLaurin. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Washington.
A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
Taken in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the Warriors.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Lions on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he is going to have the Lions first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Lions on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs is the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 39 yards there, a big one. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. Had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
On first down, Gibson. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
Gibson.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That catch moves him over 100 yards now for this wild card game. And a first down as well. into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out as his guys continue to pour it on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. On the return is Sims. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They go play action here on 1st down. There he goes, right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Returning it, Johnson. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
The 22-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. They'll find Galloway, and it's complete. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Detroit Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 10.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll look to throw again. Dancing to his left. No, it's out, it's loose. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Steps away to his left. This is caught. And he takes this one in for the Lions. Touchdown. DeAndre Swift. He scored on the ground and through the air. And it's for pride now, but the Lions do get a bit closer. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Washington 49, Lions 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. That one looks like he'll throw here. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Intercepted. The Lions take over 1st and 10.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a double team. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Detroit.